Hey guys, Mighty Flame here, coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're going to get things started today with the one, the only, Lizardmen tribe, Dracomorph. Now for those of you that don't know Dracomorph, he used to be one of the worst champions in the game, and they did a serious buff on him. And now he is one of the most sought after champions in the game. There's a lot of champions out there that people are looking for, and he is one of them. Beck's another one. But let's go and find out why he is so good. So let's look at his abilities here. Attacks one enemy, damage increased by 10% for each debuff on the target. Will attack one random enemy with any surplus damage if the target is killed. Damage inflicted is equal to triple the surplus damage. You can book this out to do an extra 25% damage. So if you think about it, you're up against a clan boss or a dragon or ice golem, and they've got the full 10 stacks of debuffs. He's going to be hitting for another 100% worth of damage. That's absolutely massive. If you're able to kill an enemy that's low on health and then use this ability to activate that surplus damage, this damage here can do upwards of 2 million damage if you've got the gear to gear him out right. He's A2, attacks 4 times at random. Each hit places a 5% poison debuff for 3 turns. 3 turns is actually quite big for 4 hits. If you've got just a single boss, like a clan boss, or if the 2 adds on the ice golem is down, this ability activates. This here will apply 4 poisons each one. So that's 4 poisons on the clan boss or the ice golem for 3 turns, which is massive. Most poisons are only for 2 turns. So you can increase the damage here and book it out to a 3-turn cooldown. Definitely worth booking this ability out here. And what he's known for, the Baneful Eye. So places a 25% weaken debuff and a 60% decreased defense debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. You can book this out to be a 3-turn cooldown, and if you pull this guy and you've got some Lego books lying around, you definitely want this one booked. You want that on a 3-turn cooldown. You're going to be using this guy in clan boss. He's going to be in pretty much every one of your teams, so you're definitely going to want to be working on that 3-turn cooldown. So taking a look at his base stats here. So he's got 15k HP, 1500 attack, 1000 defense. This does allow him to be easily geared for survivability. 98 speed, it's not bad. It's not the best, but not bad. Crit rate, crit damage, resistant accuracy there. And he's got an aura, increase ally accuracy and faction crits by 50. You're never going to use this aura. You're either going to use a defense or a speed aura. If you're lucky enough to pull a Fushan in this event that's running right now, the Fushan Summon, he's got the aura in all battles for 24%. So obviously if you're running a Fushan and a Dracomorph, you're going to be running Fushan as the lead to get that 24% increase in speed. But let's take a look at my Draco and let's see how I've got him geared out. So I do have him fully booked out. You really want this damage. I'll be showing you in a run very soon how much this can hit. Poison Jaws, as I said, you want that booked out to be a 3-turn, and Baneful Eye as well, 3-turn as well. So let's take a quick look at his masteries. Now masteries, the big thing you want for him is you want to be making sure that you've got that crit rate, that crit damage, and the accuracy. So in the offense tree, you want to be taking the crit rate, the crit damage, and more than likely you're going to be using him in the clan boss. So you really want to be taking him down to War Master. If for some reason you decide you're not going to be taking him in clan boss and you've got a better option, like a Venus or something like that, then you can take Helm Smasher or Flawless Execution for more crit damage. But honestly, War Master it works so well on Dracomorph because of clan boss. Down the support tree, so you want to be picking up all the accuracy. You want Evil Eye, that's going to be fantastic in Faction Wars, and also Master Hexer. So Master Hexer can increase the duration of that defense down, the weaken, and also the 4 poisons that he applies. Alrighty, so let's go over to the gear that I've got him in at the moment. So as you can see, guys, this gear's, I mean, yeah, there's some 6 stars in here, but they're not god tier 6 stars. The Cruel set here, 5-star Lego, 6-star Epic. This is just stuff that you drop from Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare clan boss. So very accessible to get. This here is the real reason why I've got this piece on, that speed roll. So taking a look at his gloves, so you got the 60% crit rate, speed, accuracy. Accuracy's the big one here, and of course crit damage. Chest piece, we've got HP. Now we could put attack on him and make him deal more damage, but with only 15,000 max HP, you really need that HP chest to keep him alive. Otherwise he's going to be dropping before he can apply any debuffs or do that massive A1 hit. So a HP chest, and the bigger the better. If you've only got a 5-star, that'll work too. Stats you want to be looking for is your crit rate, your accuracy, and some defense certainly won't go astray on the substats as well. 6-star speed boot. This one here was just basically for the crit damage, because 19% crit damage was actually really good. Shield, so we've got a speed roll here, more crit damage, a bit of crit rate. And then the 2 5-star pieces that we've got on here, so double speed roll here, a little bit of attack, bit of a crit damage, and flat stat. That's a really bad one there, but what can you do? And then this one here, this is an absolutely fantastic piece here. So triple speed roll, very lucky on that, with some crit rate and crit damage. So that just completes that set there. When we look at his banner, so obviously we want accuracy. Now as you can see, I don't actually have accuracy with speed, and that's because I don't need it. With the teams that you're going to be running him in, if you've got him around the 200 speed, like I've got 212, that's just fine. You can put speed on there if you want. Like, this is not a fantastic piece. This is just a 6-star accuracy piece. That's pretty much all I was chasing here. Just that accuracy to take it up. Crit damage here, obviously, because we've got the crit rate gloves on him, so we're at 100% crit rate. We want that crit damage. And this one had a bit more accuracy. If that had a double rolled accuracy there, that'd be fantastic, but you know, you got to take what you can get. So Lizardman ring. So I did go with an attack ring here with 20% attack and also HP. Once again, the HP is really important. A bit of defense on there is good. You can lift that out to another 5 or 6% or something like that if you want to, but I found that the stats that you run here works through every dungeon, all the potion keeps, all the way up to stage 21 in Faction Wars. Stage 21 in Faction Wars, you do want to be stacking him with more HP, because the boss actually ignores defense on that level, so you want to be mindful of that if you're going to take him into stage 21, which you probably will. But you really just want that crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, and speed. So they're the 4 stats that you really want to be working on in your substats. And HP for the chest, just to build him up a bit, so that way he doesn't die in one hit. So let's go. Bloody offers all the time. Okay, so let's go test him out, guys. I'm going to show you what he can do in Ice Golem. So this is the standard team that I run. Bad L for cleanses and heals. He's also in a stun set, so that does help stun up the enemies. Arbiter, of course, for turn meter boost and increase attack. Xavier just for damage and poison combust. Dracomorph. We're gonna actually slow it down when we get to the boss and show you what that surplus damage can do with 100% crit rate and 185% crit damage. Still of the Drakes, one of the the new 180-day login reward. She is fantastic for this dungeon. She is positive affinity. She's got that A2 with the 2-hit stun. You're going to see that in action in this run here. So let's take a look here, guys, and see what we can do. So I'm just going to let this auto out. So as you can see there, decrease defense and weaken. You can see still the Drakes applying all those stuns. Xavier coming through. So we might just take it off auto here. What can we do? So she looks like she's pretty low health. So what we're going to do, yeah, you can see there. So we're going to... Oops, Xavier's hitting a little too hard. Bad L's probably going to kill her, yep. Okay, so... we're just going to cycle around to Dracomorph if we can. Nope. Okay, so we're not going to see that surplus damage, but we'll see what we can do here. Okay, so we're going to apply the decreased defense and weaken. Still the Drakes coming through. Hopefully we get a double stun. We didn't get any. That's unfortunate. No stuns there either. Let's just lower their turn meter. Okay, so as you can see here, this champion here is really, really low on HP. So we're going to A1 this champion, and the surplus damage is going to go on one of these other 4. You can't target it, but if we watch that, boom, 811,000 damage on that champion right there. So we're going to just take care of this Terror Beast real quick. We don't want that reflect damage coming up. Just going to cycle through to the wave. So we might kill. There we go. 287 damage, 1,000 damage on that one. Okay, so now that we're onto the boss, we're going to apply the decreased defense and weaken. Now this team is completely 100% auto friendly. I'm just going to go there. It's 100% success rate because of Arbiter and because of Scylla Drakes. 2 revivers makes things a lot easier. So we're going to try and pop some more poisons out. That's actually quite a good amount for Xavier. We're just going to, if we can use Xavier's A3 to block revive at least one of the ads. Perfect. Okay, so if I use this now, that's guaranteed to kill that guy. And that'll block revive. So when the Ice Golem does his Frigid Vengeance, he's not going to kill him. But because he's so low HP, I want to show off Dracomorph's ability here on his A1. So I'm just going to go over here. Okay, now Bad Owl shouldn't... Oh, he killed him. Damn it. Every time. Alright, so we'll see what sort of damage we can do here. So 170,000, still did 827,000 damage to the boss. And as you noticed, he didn't activate his Frigid Vengeance. That's because the surplus damage doesn't actually count as a hit against the Ice Golem. So it's something to keep in mind. It doesn't activate that ability that can just come through and one-shot your team. Now we are getting pretty close to the next level here, so we do have to be careful. There it is. But we should be good. So I'm going to get that decreased defense and weaken out. Ooh, they both resisted it. Oh well, not to worry. Let's just do that. Get that out. Bad Owl can get some poisons. We're going to turn meter boost. There we go. Okay, so let's get some more poisons out there. If we can get Xavier turn, Ooh, actually should be fine. I should have just nuked him with Xavier. That's alright. Hopefully we get a stun. No stun. And we're just gonna nuke it down. And that's gonna kill the boss anyway. Oh, no it's not. We did get a block revive there, so that's good. There we go. So as we can see here, guys, so Bardell, 692,000, Dracomorph 1.8 million, and Xavier with 800,000. So that surplus damage it's just so effective, and certainly already done my clan boss key today. So, but you can see here, nice easy one key, Dracomorph 19 million damage compared to 4, 5 and a couple of million from these guys. So he's the real reason as to why I can one key Nightmare. There's a Dracomorph here. That's a pretty solid team. Let's see if we can take him out. We might not. Razor, pretty powerful. If we do... yeah, we'll just run this. We'll see. We'll see if we can get that surplus damage. So if you're having trouble with a nuker in arena, you can definitely bring in Dracomorph to help with that. So as you can see there, Dracomorph is coming in with a decreased defense and a weaken. So we're going to do the same, because we actually have a Warlord that's going to reset everyone's abilities. Oh, these two were resisted, but they did lose their turn meter, so that's going to help us a lot. So let's just go in on the Arbiter. Let's get out a Provoke. There we go. Okay, so this Dracomorph here doesn't have much health, so I should be able to nuke him down in one hit, and then depending on where this surplus damage goes, it should hit for about 500, 600,000. Let's find out. Ooh, 727,000, there we go. That's a nice hit. So we don't want this Rushguard the tower to put up his ability. Let's just do that. Block damage is just gonna make things take a lot longer than what they need to. So once again, boom, and 246,000 on that surplus. So you can see he can be effective. He's not going to be versatile in Platinum Arena, but any sort of content that you're trying to get through, Dracomorph will certainly get you there. And the best thing about Dracomorph is you don't have to build him out to do damage. He can do damage if you want him to. Like, that's how I want him to do it. He could just be a full support champion. So you can stack out his HP, you can stack out his defense, make him really fast, and just lay up the accuracy. So he can take a hit and he'll always land those abilities. Because once again, all these abilities are placing. You don't have to run the risk of, okay, it's a 75% chance to attempt to place the debuff. Like some champions are. Like if we look at Venus. Venus is a good one. So her A3 attacks all enemies, has a 50%, 75% chance. So you've got to have that 75% chance to proc before you can even attempt to apply that debuff. So all of his abilities, they just place it. He just puts them on. There's none of that rigmarole that you got to go through first. So as long as he's got the accuracy and he's not going to have a weak hit, he's going to land those debuffs. Alrighty guys, that concludes our champion guide for Dracomorph. If you like the content, guys, be sure to leave a like, and I'll give you a quick view on my current roster. If you want a guide on any of these champions, make sure you leave a comment down below on which one you want to see. I'd be happy to do any sort of guide on any of the champions that you guys want a champion guide on. Yeah, I'll leave it with you guys. Thank you very much and have a good night.